Dato Dr. Rajbans, Medical Director of Beauty de Luxxo, who will be sharing with us Luxxo DNA Test. So Dr. Rajbans, DNA test is a very advanced way to understand more about your health. Could you share more on why do we need to do Luxxo DNA test?
Yeah, I think if you're looking at DNA test is something new, though we mapped out our genome in the year 2003, which cost in US $1 billion, but it's much cheaper now. You can get it for about US 1,000. And what it basically does is, when people think of DNA, that's your genome, that's your genes, and it actually eliminates the guesswork. That's what I feel. So when someone does a DNA test, they can actually know what their genes are. Now, the thing that we didn't realize earlier was that we thought our genes are fixed, that we can't do anything. So this is my genes, and that's what is going to happen to me. So my father was diabetic, I'm going to get diabetes. But what today we know that we have from what we call epigenetics, right? What it basically means that you can actually switch off and switch on your genes. They call it methylation. That means I can now do things that I can, do certain things. I can switch off the genes, the bad genes. I can do certain things. I can switch on the good genes. And this is the exciting part, because that means my DNA is not fixed, and that's not going to be me. If I know what are my variants, which are my genes that are going to cause problems, which are my genes that are going to be good for me, then I can do certain things, follow certain lifestyle patterns to do, switch off the bad ones, get on the good ones, and then probably live longer, live healthier, prevent disease.
Nice.
That's the whole idea why I think anyone should do a DNA test.
Yes, so everyone is suitable to do a DNA test then?
Anybody, from a child right up to an old man, no problems. Anybody can do a DNA test.
So is my blood required for Luxxo DNA test?
No, because DNA test is actually interesting, not yet invasive, So like Luxxo, all you need is saliva, maybe about 2-3 mils of saliva, that's all. Children below 6, they can't do that, so we take a swab, right? So it's very simple, very easy, anybody can do it, non-invasive, no problems.
So when I receive my report, which I expect to receive within a month, 30 days, what can I expect after receiving the report?
Yeah, so actually when you do your DNA, we're looking at many different areas. A lot of it is looking at your lifestyle, and actually if you look at it, it might look complicated actually, but it's not that complicated. And there are many things you can look at, looking from your family history, you already know you have certain predispositions, but looking at the DNA will give us a better clue, a better idea, right? I give you an example, obesity. Weight is a problem so many people have. Malaysia, I think now they say 1 in 5 of us have overweight and 1 in 5 have diabetes, right? And I had that problem many years ago. I was very overweight, 94 kgs, right? Though I managed to lose it, but when I did my DNA 5 years ago, I knew exactly why I was having problems, right? And it was not just one area, not that I was eating more or whatever, it was just that I had problems by inflammation, inflamed, you can't lose weight. I couldn't detox well, so your toxins accumulate, you put on weight. I had problem with carbohydrate metabolism. Each time I take sugar, it got stored. My fat couldn't be excreted out, and I had problem with thermogenesis. That means my metabolism was actually quite slow, and the exercise I was doing was wrong. I used to do aerobic, but my DNA actually said that I should do both aerobic and in high intensity weight training. I need a combination of exercises, right? So knowing that, then I knew exactly what to do. I had to eat foods to reduce my inflammation, cut down my toxins, take things that will take away toxins, right? Cut away my refined carbs, cut down my fats, right? And basically go on a more healthier diet. Exercise was a combination now of high intensity, which will increase my thermogenesis, also build muscle, lose some fat. So with that, I could, come to my ideal weight today that I am happy about, right? But without my DNA, I was still guessing. But because of my DNA, I know exactly what I need to do, right? And I think it's very important today, with technology, that especially if you're interested in preventive medicine, you should get your DNA done.
Yes.
This is you, this is what you are. Doing your DNA, putting the right lifestyle, doing a blood test to monitor, right? And then you can basically live long.
Wow. Thank you for sharing your story, Dr. Rajbans.
Thank you.
Thank you for the valuable insight on how Luxxo DNA test can actually help you to prevent disease and also to increase and optimize your own health status. Thank you very much, Dr. Rajbans.
Thank you.